Yeah, yay. It's your boy, the Mad Wolf. What's going on? Mad Wolf, Bad Wolf, Wolf that's mad, bad that's wolf. Anyway, I'm just glad you guys showed up. So don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys every single time you guys watch one of my videos. I do watch for that, and everything looks good. We still have a ton of people who keep watching the channel but haven't subscribed. And that's probably a handful of the, people out there who just don't want to make a commitment. I tell you. Anyway, let's get to the main thing. So once again, thank you guys for the donations, and thank you guys for all of you who have bought in some of the merchandise down below. So if you scroll down, you will see I have a product line now with a lot of great gear, a lot of logos, and U.S. national or American national, as we're saying now, or non-citizen national. Okay, information down below on the shirts, on the hoodies. They make great gifts, and we even got stuff for the kids. All right, so but thank you guys to the ones who have supported through the paid subscription service, the monthly Wolf Pack. We've got some more videos coming for you guys. Let's get into it. So this particular video is going to be about a void judgment. What is a void judgment? Okay, so we're going to read this article here on just that. So, right this way. All right, so a void judgment. A judgment by a person, not a judge, but a magistrate or somebody acting in a private capacity or in an illegal form representing themselves to be more than what they are. Okay. So, quorum or non-judice is void for being in violation of due process of law under the 14th Amendment as prescribed by the Supreme Court of the United States. Okay? That's your highest law in the land. All right? Burnham, and you can find more about this in Burnham versus Superior Court, 495 U.S. 604, and that's from 1990. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Let's get there. All right. So the Supreme Court of the United States is a court of last resort. Thereby, this court is inferior and is bound by the precedent set by the Supreme Court. Okay, and must follow the precedent set by the Supreme Court in matter Burnham versus Superior Court, 495 U.S. 604. Or this court and judge reading this petition is trespassing upon the rights of the petitioner and is depriving the rights secured by the Constitution for the United States, Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1. The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under the Constitution, the laws of the United States, Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1. Okay? A void judgment is issued by a person, not a judge. Okay, we kind of went, that's kind of double information. Okay, the court is without discretion to ignore the Supreme Court, so they cannot ignore Supreme Court rulings of the United States under the doctrine of precedent of stare decisis, and must void any judgment issued by a person, not a judge, quorum, non-judice, okay, not in judicial capacity, to maintain the appearance of impartiality. Further, proof the judgment is void arises from the Fourth Amendment of the Bill of Rights. Remember, I always tell you guys, that's where you guys get your rights from. Bill of Rights, okay, under the Constitution, which protects against unreasonable search and seizure of property. Okay, so under the Fourth Amendment of the Bill of Rights, property cannot be taken without due process and without just compensation. Okay, so the court is without discretion to deny a void judgment under the federal rule, looks like 60B 4, Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1. The judicial powers extend to all cases. Okay, what we talked about earlier. All right, so prohibited duties of the court under Article 6, Section 3. It is not the duty of the courts to defend void judgments because a void judgment cannot be made whole once rendered. Okay? It is not truly the duty of the court to explain how and why it is appropriate to deprive property under state statutes that clearly deprive guaranteed due process of the law under the 14th Amendment. It is unconstitutional law. It has no standing in court, and it is unenforceable. Okay? So them towing your car, them breaking down your door, them doing whatever they want, searching you, it's not okay, guys. All right? They might do it, and you're like, oh, I'm just afraid, Mazda. No, these are your rights under the Constitution as an American national or a non-citizen national. All right? As how they refer to us. All right? So, it is prohibited for a judicial actor. You guys catch that? Now, this came up on one of my guys' channels, A6. Whereas if you look up some of these politicians, okay, they're listed on IMDb as actors. Well, what is an actor? Somebody portraying a part. That's why I told you guys, most of these people are not in judicial capacity. They're actors. They're acting out something because they are under the corporation, which is operating out of Washington, D.C., which is a foreign territory in relation to the United States of America. All right? It is prohibited for the courts to rely upon presumptions, for presumptions are not facts. Okay, so a lot of things that they're doing are presumptions and assumptions, all right, or it's hearsay. But you guys don't know what those are because you're just listening to what they're saying. Like, okay, well, they said it must be true. Well, I can tell you right now, send the Badwolf, James C. Lovett, $1 million. Ooh, you gonna do it? I mean, one of you guys out there who's a millionaire, you really should. All right, because I know you're watching. But you see what I'm saying? Is that just because these people seem like they're in authority, they seem like they're in judicial capacity, sometimes they're not. And those are the things you have to ask those questions and challenge them on these things. Okay? Hell, challenge everything if you feel like it. I mean, why not? It's your life they're playing with. All to get money out of you. Now, don't get me wrong, some aspects of this, they are doing their job and they are in their right capacities. But we're just saying not all of them are. And you need to figure out which ones, how, why, and what to do about it. So, watch the videos on my channel to learn more. Ding! All right. So, it is prohibited for the courts to render orders. What? Without citing the evidence granting jurisdiction to the court. Which is one of the things we talk about in my cop stop letter, okay, which we'll just say can be used for other things as long as they're actually truly not criminal. There's things to challenge here, guys, okay? And by the way, we've been very successful in our efforts. I have been contacted by people in the inside with the DOS and whatever else, that the information we are portraying is accurate and the codes are accurate, and we've been winning court cases, okay, because we are acting in our proper status. When you do these things correctly, you're good. If you're out there showboating, messing around with these people, filing false information, not declaring yourself properly, or you're still mixing jurisdictions because you're still rolling around with their plates and got their stuff on you, well, then you're doing what's known as alter ego, and you're mixing the two. And now, because you have a little bit on you, if you got a little bit of dirt in your cake, and I mean real dirt, and you eat it, it's still going to taste like dirt, right? Whether it's a little bit or a lot, well, if you're a little bit in their jurisdiction, then guess what? They're going to use it against you because there's evidence for it. All right. So, it is prohibited for a person, not a judge, to render a judgment causing the deprivation of life, liberty, or property. All right? Administrative procedures establishing a support order under executive branch is consistent with violations of separation of powers of doctrine. So a lot of these people are actually operating under the executive branch, but they're not operating under the judicial branch. You can be an executive all you want, but that doesn't mean you have the right to judge over me or to place justice or your justice. Okay? In some capacities, all I'm going to say, educational information only. It's no different than if Pepsi had a military or police force or whatever else, and then they're passing judgment on you and what you did in there, because they're looking at you as being an actual employee of the state or a federal employee, in which case they have jurisdiction over you because you gave it to them. All right, so let's wrap this up. Administrative procedures conducted by a separate organizational unit within the executive branch. The more you know. I'm just gonna stare at you for a while. You're so sassy. All right. So 42 USC section 6543, 3 is in parentheses, is not due process of the law guaranteed under the United States Constitution and is in clear violation of the separation of powers doctrine as held by the State of Minnesota Supreme Court of Appeals, Holmberg versus Holmberg, 578 NW 2D817, Minnesota Court APP 1998. Administrative procedures, looks like amendments by which support orders are made and enforced by an executive agency rather than by a court and judges. So there you guys have it. As I always say, don't take my word for it. Read a book, or it's in a book. Read a book. It's reading. Oh, don't want to get sued. All right, so that's about it, guys. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe on the way out. Don't forget where you guys got this fire information, because there is more coming, because this is what we do here. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the blessings, the prayers, and like I said, the donations, whether directly or through subscribing to the Badwolf Media or this channel's monthly subscription service for the private area. So thank you, guys. I'm still overwhelmed. We're going to easily hit 20,000. I never thought I would get 1,000 on this channel, to be honest, and now we're almost at 20. So the next big goal is going to be 20, then 50, and then, you know, from there, 75 and 100. You know, at that point in time, that's just wild. So anyway, guys, stay healthy. Okay, do your own due diligence in all things. Also, for those people who don't know, we have been fire with the health and life affidavit, helping people to avoid unnecessary situations, we'll just say. But as always, this is educational information only. And if you want more information on that and other files or a consultation, feel free to check out blacksite32.com, and I'll talk to you later. Over and out. Bad Wolf's got some more stuff to bring to the masses.